Appreciate y'all making your way out here to Truist Park on a rainy Saturday, but nonetheless, it is always impressive to see how Braves country turns out. I will never cease to be surprised at the excitement and the energy that you all bring each and every day to this ballpark. So thank you off the top. Secondly, I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Trevor Scales. I'm the pre- and post-game host for your Atlanta Braves over on Bally Sports. Make sure you tune in each and every night if you can to catch us. I pop in the seventh inning as well, neither here nor there. And I actually have the absolute pleasure of speaking on this panel today with a stalwart within the clubhouse, an all-star, a silver slugger, and a man who holds a deep squat for longer than any of us probably can on a daily basis, Travis d'Arnaud. So.
Hello, how y'all doing? Good. Wow, it's packed.
Yeah.
Dang, rain or shine, rain or shine.
That's what I told her. I'm just impressed by the presence, if nothing else. So thank you, Travis. As you get ready for year 12 in the majors, what does the offseason, 11 years in, look like for you?
So nowadays, the first 3 weeks is stretching. You know, after the season, it's hard for me to go up and down stairs, especially once the adrenaline goes away. It went away a little earlier last year than I would have hoped for, but you know, it is what it is. But after that, I like to catch up with family, get to see my nephews, my 5 nephews I haven't got to see in the last 7-8 months. So that's exciting for me. Now it's, instead of them being hesitant coming to say hi, they all run up and say, "Hey, Uncle Trav's here," you know. So for me, it's about catching up with family. And then once December starts around, I start moving around and working out, doing some light baseball stuff. And you know, truthfully, this event here is giving me the itch to get to spring training now. So I'm looking forward to spring training and probably be heading there around February 8th or 9th or something like that.
So it sounds like you take pride of being like the fun uncle. Like, you just make sure that you're the one where the party is.
Yeah, I try to. You know, flipping the ball, just go fetch it for them and get them to laugh and just have a good time, because I know the time's limited for when I have to go and disappear for another 8 to 9 months.
Now, you mentioned last season and how it didn't necessarily go the way you would have hoped. Reflecting back, though, what are some of the moments that brought you the most joy throughout that stretch?
The historic season that we had offensively, the over 100-win season we had again, back-to-back years, a lot of the laughs we had with everybody. There's a lot of kids in here, so I won't say all the jokes that were said, but it was a lot of fun. And just the learning and the knowledge that I got last year, working with Murph, working with Sal, working with Eddie, working with Cranny, and just trying to attain as much as I can every year and continue to be a student of the game.
Now, even though the concept of remaining a student of the game is something that's going to translate for the rest of your years, what about the changes that you've seen in your career, your role within this organization and organizations past?
Yeah, so from last year, you know, being the main guy and then having Murph come over and us splitting time for me was fun for me, because I wanted to help Sean become the best catcher in baseball. I think a lot of guys might be jealous of not getting enough playing time, but for me, I wanted him to become the #1 catcher in all of baseball and feel like I had a little hand in that. So for me, it's the preparation's a little different. I do like doing more scouting reports now. The conversations that I have with the bullpen guys or the starters, I immediately tell Sean, so he's aware of it, because when you got to get ready to play, you know, the 9-inning or even longer games, you have to prepare your body the right way. So most starters, if you start that day, you're a little busy. So as long as he's in the know, and so whenever the pitcher's on the mound, he's aware of what we've talked about, I think is the most important thing. So that's what I would say is just learning to become a better person and continue to become a better person, and always help the team as much as I can with whatever they need.
Travis, that speaks to, one, your ability as a teammate to sort of check ego at the door, but how have you learned the specifics of how to best do that over the course of playing baseball as long as you
Through
have?
failure. You know, I put down the wrong fingers a lot, but I put down the right finger sometimes. So through failure, through experience, and just understanding that that's part of the journey. Everyone's going to fail, even in life. You're going to fail. Just continue to work, continue to keep your head up, and never give up.
The old adage of baseball
yeah.
being, the old adage of baseball being a sport of failure really does build character in a very particular way. But failures or whatever downs aside, what are you looking forward to in 2024?
I'm looking forward to spring training now. After a couple conversations with the guys, it's like we never left. Just smiles, laughs, nonstop jabbing at each other, and it's a lot of fun. But I want to see Ronnie do it again. That was pretty incredible what he did last year. I want to see Ozzie do it again. I want to see Orlando do it again, Riley do it again, Olsen do it again, Mike do it again. I mean, everybody. I'm excited to see Jared Kalenic. I've heard great things about him as a person, and I've also heard he's been crushing the ball this offseason and has been working really hard. I'm really excited to work with Chris Sale. I mean, anybody, any starter who wants the ball to win the World Series, I want you on my team. So for him to be here, I'm really excited, and I think it's going to help the young guys a lot too, to see how someone with that caliber gets ready for a game and how intense he is during the game as well.
You mentioned with both of those guys the concept of character and how much that really is a mainstay within this clubhouse. How have you seen that really enhance the experience when you're in that 162-game grind?
Yeah, the character thing is, I learned from Alex, when you're going through a lull in the season, it's going to happen, whether it's in a season or through life or anything. If you have good people around you, the lulls don't last as long, because when you're feeling down, you have the guy next to you to help pick you up or to help you forget about it, to help you laugh about it, whatever it is to help you keep moving on. So I think the character speaks volumes, especially throughout a year, throughout life, is to just always be in a good mood and instead of being down yourself, to just learn and continue to learn and always have a good time.
As we get closer and closer to pitchers and catchers reporting down there to Florida, what are the last bits of prep that you're doing ahead of spring training?
Catching a couple bullpens, receiving some balls off the machine, having the little conversations with the new guys just to see how they think, catching up with Sal and Murph, and then obviously the little family time that's left, just continue to flip them the ball, smile, take ground balls with them, and run around with them and chase them. And actually, we wrestle a lot too, so get beat up a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay.
Would you say wrestling is like the favorite thing to do whenever you're spending time with family? Is that the thing that connects you the most?
Yeah, very much so. Especially with the 5 nephews, they like wrestling. Yeah.
Well, let's just protect your body. You mentioned just doing all this prep work to get right. Don't let it reset or anything. Now, back in Long Beach, where you're from, saw that you opened up a baseball academy with your brother. An incredible journey to sort of give back to your hometown. How has that experience been?
Oh, it's been amazing for me. It was something me and my brother talked about a lot, and the biggest influence for that was actually our grandfather. He was the one who pushed us to basically keep going for goals no matter what. Even if you think you've reached the highest level, like keep pushing, keep going. So for us to come to this idea with him, he was really into it, and he kept pushing us and pushing us and pushing us, and it's been a blessing for me. And when parents come up to my brother and I and just thank us for choosing Long Beach out of anywhere we could have chosen, to pick the hometown for me meant a lot. I feel like it turned me into who I am as a person today. I was lucky enough to be surrounded by the right people there, so I wanted to make sure the city I'm from continues that, and I'm able to help the next generation of baseball in Long Beach.
That pride in your city is something that permeates through in the efforts that you're doing, but also like it also translates to what you see from Braves country. Even in a day like today, like we talked about right off the top, just the willingness to always be behind their squad. So how have you felt that energy on a nightly basis where you're out there on the field, home or away, frankly?
I mean, I heard it from my brother when I was playing with the Mets. My brother said how much he loved it here, how much the fans felt like family, and ever since I've been here, y'all have treated me like family, and to me, it's meant the world to me, especially when lulls happen. It keeps me up, keeps me feeling good. And then when game time starts, y'all are into it, and I absolutely love it. I've been on the other side where it's nerve-wracking, and you start sweating like I am now, and you start shaking with how loud y'all get. And I think you guys are a big factor to us and why we're so successful. So thank all of you. I thank all of you.
Now, when it comes to this off-season wrapping up, what are the things that go through your mind as you enter this portion of your career?
For me, it's try to just hydrate. The things that go through my mind, travel. Now I got to make sure I have all the kid stuff ready to go, all the car seats ready, all the strollers ready. Make sure all the cars are packed, getting ready to ship them out. Make sure the house is all set for it to be, I'm not going to say vacant because we have security there, and there might be people stopping by if this gets out there, but just make sure the house is locked up and make sure everything's set for the long 8 to 9 month trip.
Now, as you get into the clubhouse and you feel the joy of returning with teammates, can you sort of take us down there to Florida as the teammates are rolling in, the energy that comes about knowing that you've won 6 NL East titles, you're going for 7. Is there still that joy, that excitement every single time you see each other? Is it like the first time you've seen them in a long time again?
Oh yeah, the joy's there. The joy's instantly there, which is one of the great things we have in this clubhouse. Even yesterday, we all haven't seen each other for 3 months, and it's like we never missed a day together, just laughing and smiling. And like today, Charlie showed up, and just seeing him, like everybody in the locker room, smile. Everybody smiled in the locker room. So when spring training comes around and more people start coming in, and truthfully, a lot of us like to get there early too. It shows the dedication we have, the itch that we all have to get the season going, and it's fun, it's exciting, and we all have a blast with it. I mean, and we're playing a game, for goodness sake, you know?
When it comes to the special relationship that catchers have with pitchers, how have you seen the growth in the pitching staff from years on end? Have they helped you improve in your career and what you do better daily?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, conviction is the most important thing for a pitcher. So if I see something but he believes in something, I'd rather go with him and what he believes in. So for me, it's been learning different styles of pitching, different styles of game calling, different styles of people too. On top of that, you know, it's people from all over the world are on each baseball team. So I get to not only learn different people, but different languages, different cultures, different everything. And I love meeting new people. So I have a blast working with all of them. And like I said earlier, failure is the biggest teacher for me though.
When it comes to what makes you feel that sense of failure, how do you get past it? As much as it's a balance, right, of learning from it, but also not letting it stick and fester either, I imagine.
Yeah, it took time. I can't say I was good at it from the start. Early in my career, it was just the veteran guys would keep praising this, and so just trusting in the process and trusting in just keep going. You know, good things will come as long as you have the right intent behind it. I just bought into it, and one random day it finally clicked. Like, oh, okay, this is what all these guys meant, and now I try to preach that to the younger guys, and it takes time, but the day it clicks in, it changes.
And with that, let's open up the floor to questions from folks around the room. We're going to have a mic handed out to each and every one of you, and I'll make sure I follow. Kids only, by the way, just a heads up for that.
How about right here?
And we're going to go up front first.
Okay. Oh dang.
It's okay. You sound great.
How do you feel about traveling all over the United States?
So Travis, one of the definitions of Travis is traveler. So I absolutely love traveling. I love going to cities. I love seeing new cities. I love seeing the stadiums. I love visiting clubhouses. As much as I can, I always wake up and try to just walk around the hotel, walk around the town, get a feel for everything. I absolutely love it. We're kind of spoiled in the aspect we don't have to go through security, so it changes it a little bit, but I absolutely love it. I love it.
How about here?
What is your favorite memory as an Atlanta Brave?
In 2021, there was Will Smith was on the mound. He threw this pitch. It was actually right over the middle of the plate, but we got a ground out to Dansby Swanson, threw it to Freddie Freeman, and this big old hug. I jumped in Will Smith. Yeah, that was my favorite memory.
How do you feel about playing with your former teammate Luis Severino?
Oh, I'm real excited. We worked out together when we were with the Mets together too. He's a great guy. He's got unbelievable hands. I'm sure everyone here has seen the video of him catching the bat in spring training right in the dugout. I think Hechavarria, for those of you who didn't see it, Hechavarria, the bat slipped out of his hands and Guillorme just caught it one-handed like no big deal and then handed it right back to him like it was no big deal. So I'm excited to be back with him though. He's a great guy. It's cool, right?
Nice.
Does your hand hurt from catching balls?
Some days, yeah. I've had surgery on my left hand a couple times from catching so many balls. But truthfully, all these guys are so good and they know where the ball's going. It's easier to catch up here than it actually is in rookie ball, I would say.
All right, over.
How old were you when you first started playing baseball?
I was 3 when I started playing. My brother was in T-ball, and my dad would take me in the outfield and flip me little wiffle balls, and I'd have a wiffle ball bat. That's when I started.
We're gonna go to the back over here.
How many pitches do you feel like you've caught?
Oh my gosh. Just in pro ball or like my whole life? Pro ball?
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's say an average of 150 a night.
Yep.
Let's say 100 games a year times 11.
Yep. 150 million. Say 15,000 times 11.
1.5 million?
Yeah.
1.5 million to 2 million?
I think I got
We'll say in between there.
That's right about there.
And that's only in the game, not like warm-ups or the bullpens. Yeah. A lot.
A lot.
Probably right around
in
there.
summation.
Yeah.
Over here. Okay.
How did it feel hitting your home run in the divisional series?
When you hit a ball like that, you normally don't feel it. It felt really good. I was glad to get the momentum back a little bit because Zach Wheeler's a dominant pitcher. So for us to be within 1 run there was big, and it felt really good.
Look over this side.
Have you ever faced difficulty in accepting coaching feedback? If so, how did you overcome it?
That's a great question. Yes, I have. I've heard. So I've learned myself as a player so much. I know certain tips don't work for me, whether it be hitting, whether it be catching or throwing. So I've had great coaches who have taught me the right things, and I've also had great coaches that didn't understand how my body worked, is the best way I would put it. So for me, I'm still respectful in a coach because they're so knowledgeable and they've learned so much about the game that they're just trying to help. I think that realizing that is the biggest thing. So I still listen and I try it. But for me, if it doesn't work, I go to my coach and talk about it and we figure it out together.
I know you're my favorite catcher.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, bud. Thank you.
Ask him, did you always want to be a catcher?
Did you always want to be a catcher?
So growing up, I wanted to be a shortstop, but I was slow. So I got thrown behind the plate. When I was 11, we had this kid on my team that nobody would catch, and my dad asked me to catch, and I said yeah. So that's when I started catching.
Back to the right side here.
What is the hardest pitch that you ever caught?
So the hardest pitch. Jerry's Familia. Does that name sound familiar to all of you? He had a 96-mile-an-hour split finger that dropped off the table. That was probably the hardest pitch because out of his hand, it would look like a strike and either bounce in the dirt or be a strike. So it was like a coin flip, but that pitch was gross, and he got a lot of guys out with it.
What's the best part about catching?
I have the best view. I get to see everybody. I'm in every single play. I'm involved in the chess match against the other team to try to get them all out, just to name a few.
You hit a 474-foot home run, and it was also your 100th. And you were wearing the red jersey. Is that your favorite jersey?
The red jersey is my favorite jersey. My high school team, Lakewood High School, we wore a red jersey. So it reminds me of, it's very nostalgic for me to wear a red jersey. So it's my favorite jersey.
Who would you consider your best friend on the team?
I would say Max Fried or Matt Olson. Me and Max, since I've been here, he's been great to me. And then Matt Olson's my locker mate, so we make fun of each other a lot. That's for sure. Yeah.
Go to the right side here.
What did it feel like when you first stepped up to the plate for the first time?
So for me, it was in San Diego, which is where my dad's from. I was really nervous, and I got really lucky that I walked in 4 pitches. So it was nice. I was nervous though. I was really nervous. Something I thought about my whole life, and for it to be finally happening, I was nervous.
Good eye, Trav. Down the middle.
You're some people's hero. Who's your hero?
I have 3. My dad and my 2 grandpas are my heroes.
Were you ever scared of the ball coming at you, and how'd you get over your fear?
Yes, I was. When I first started catching, I still remember the first foul tip I took. I teared up. I didn't want to catch anymore, but I have a great dad who just said, basically, tough it out. You know, you'll be okay. And sure enough, right when he said it, my pain went away, and I was ready to catch the next pitch. So yeah.
Amazing. Modern medicine.
What is your favorite ice cream?
Mint chocolate chip. Easy question.
Really?
Yeah. I love mint chocolate chip.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That concoction of flavors just doesn't really do it for me.
What superpower would you have if you were a superhero?
Oh, you know what's funny is we talk about this in the clubhouse a lot, actually, too. So mine would be telekinesis. And if you don't know what that is, you can move stuff with your mind. And it could stop anybody from flying. It's very powerful, I think. I don't want to get too into it. I got a lot of we talk about it a lot, let's say that. But
it would help
telekinesis,
the pitchers a lot,
though.
too. Yeah, that'd be huge.
Like, instead of being out, I'd move the ball just a
Just
little to the
bit.
right or
Just
left.
those couple inches in. Game changer.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite baseball team as a kid?
For me, it was the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hey, I like playing against them, so we play well against them. But that's who I grew up watching, the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Go to the right side.
Out of all the pitchers, which one was your favorite?
Max Fried.
Solid.
All right.
If I wanted to get to the major leagues when I was big, what advice would you have for me?
Do something every day. Try to learn every day. Never be complacent. Believe in yourself, and continue to learn through failure. The Hall of Famers hit 300, so they're failing 7 out of 10 times. So just continue to learn, continue to have fun, and always do something every single day.
Right down the middle here.
Which team makes you the most angry whenever you play against them?
No, New York Mets.
There it is.
As a catcher, what's your favorite drill?
My favorite drill is, I shouldn't say this, but picking the ball. We practice picking a lot because it helps me get under actually like fastballs and breaking balls. And then also, so when I do pick in the game, I practice it a lot. I do it every day. It's part of my everyday routine. Pick in the middle, pick on the right, pick on the left, and just work on staying through the ball because sometimes the timing of the baseball is going to beat you and you're going to have to pick it. So as long as I practice it, I think I'm in a better situation than I would be.
Do you ever get nervous on the field?
Oh yeah, every day. I think it's a good thing though. To me it means I care and I still love the game.
Right in front.
How many home runs did you do?
Oh, down front. Down front.
Oh, sorry. What did you say, bud?
How many home runs did you do?
I think I am at 104, 105 ish. Couple more, couple less.
I'll check baseball reference if you want me to. But
I do know though that Tyler Flowers always said once you hit 100 homers, you could say you finally have a book of homers. Nice. Before that, it's a notepad of homers.
Depending on the situation when you're hitting, like what's your approach?
For the most part, I just try to hit a line drive at the second baseman. More times than not, I'm not going to, and I'm probably going to hit it on the barrel. And if I do hit a line drive at the second baseman, I'm happy, even if I'm out. So most of the time, I try to do that more times than not.
Down the right.
What was your favorite time with the Braves?
My favorite time, probably 2021 was great. We had a great run after the trade deadline. When Jock Peterson came over, it completely changed the vibe of the team. So from that moment on, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Go one down here.
So I'm a catcher, and my team won in state. Can you sign my shirt?
Oh yeah! Congratulations, by the way. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
We'll see if we can work that out. Yeah, we got you. We got you.
Sign it.
Yeah, absolutely. Down the middle here.
What's your favorite team to play?
The Dodgers. Just because like playing against the team I grew up watching, it gets me fired up.
Go to the far left.
Can you do a one-hand push-up?
Wow. Like just on the spot. That's There it is.
That's a half one. That was a half one.
I'll give that a full. That's one full, especially on the spot.
That was a half one.
Especially. Far right side.
What keeps you driving to do better?
Never being complacent. I would say just what I heard from when I was young from my dad and grandpa. Just continue to always want to be great. Never be complacent. Even when you think you've reached the top, keep going because there's another mountain coming.
Do you miss Dansby Swanson?
Yeah, Dansby's a great person, great human being. I was lucky enough to be at his and Mal's wedding. I love having him around. He's a great person, and we have a lot of laughs together. So, in the off season, we actually get to see each other a couple times, though.
What is the most favorite stadium to be at besides Truist Park?
I'm gonna go back to the Chavez Ravine, Dodger Stadium. Just a lot of nostalgic memories of me being in the outfield. They would have all-you-can-eat plan where you can have unlimited hot dogs for the kids, and the parents got unlimited drinks. So I have a lot of great memories there.
Go here. Yo, man.
What do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I play video games. I play Call of Duty, I play NBA 2K, but mostly Call of Duty.
You want to throw out your gamer tag or no? You good on that? No, just
Travis, I threw it out. You guys see it? That's me. You see it.
What's your favorite thing to get at Chipotle?
Chipotle? So I get the burrito, white rice, black beans, double steak, tomatoes, corn, and then the hot salsa.
I'm gonna spot you. Chick-fil-A, I think was.
Oh, was it Chick-fil-A or Chipotle?
Say Chick-fil-A? Yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I get the spicy chicken sandwich with the waffle fries, and I get a large Coke.
Both of them incredible orders. Got a couple more questions here.
Yeah.
How
How many games have you ever played in your whole life?
Oh my.
I think I'm at 800. Well, my whole life,
Right,
man.
yeah.
Let's see, I'm 34. Let's say.
And do a little math up
Yeah.
here real quick. Just hold
Let's
on.
say before 20, it was 50 a year.
Okay.
So that's 1,000.
Yep.
And then let's say after 20, it was 100 a year.
Yep. That's 1,400.
1,400?
Yeah, 1,400 on top of that, right? So, 2,400 at least.
Yeah, 2,400. 2,400 games.
Goodness gracious.
That's just the games, not the practices or the late night hitting sessions or anything like that.
A lot of time. Left side.
So, before I ask my question, my mom's like a die-hard fan of you, so she's probably really jealous of me actually getting to have a conversation with you right now. And what's the biggest challenge of being a professional baseball player?
Just accepting failure, because you're going to get a lot of criticism when you fail. It's totally different than the criticism you get when you play well. So just being able to overcome that is the biggest challenge.
To the back here.
Do you play the video game Stardew Valley? And
No,
Fortnite?
what kind of game is that?
A farming game.
Nice.
I haven't played that one, but it does sound fun.
One more, and we'll go down the left here.
When you were younger, did you ever like to run people down third?
Oh yeah. When we were younger, I used to have this play with my third baseman where if the hitter walked, it'd be an automatic back pick to third. And we'd get him every time. But in rundowns, I love running him down. I try to chase him down. Unfortunately, there's a reason I'm a catcher is I'm a little slow. So, but if I do get him, I let everybody know about it. Everybody. Yeah.
That's got to be something that stays with their clubhouse too. Like,
yeah.
if you got ran down by the catcher,
Yeah. Oh, it comes up.
You gotta wear it. You gotta wear it a little bit. Hey, we appreciate the time, Travis,
Yes,
and
of
the
course.
knowledge drop.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank each and every one of you for coming out, and to the kids for the wonderful questions. It has been a pleasure. Y'all enjoy the rest of BravesFest. If you could, though, just hang tight for just a little bit. We'll get you out of here as soon as possible, but just in the meantime, in between time, just stay seated, and we'll get you taken care of from there. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
That live inside me.